Okay folks, I'm going to show you quickly how to save the UiPath credentials, basically your user ID and passwords, while you run the unified workflow. Instead of saving the unified credentials on a variable as a user ID and password, you're saying on the UiPath itself, the orchestrator, and how to call those user ID and passwords or URL from Orchestrator into your workflow. So first you want to come here and go to your robot. You open the robot, and once you go in the robot, you go to Orchestrator settings. You copy your URL for Orchestrator and you open the browser. Once you go to the browser, you enter. That will take you to the UiPath Orchestrator. You log in with your user ID and password. Once you enter, your password, it will take you to the Orchestrator. Once you log into Orchestrator, you go to left panel right here, look for assets. Once you go assets, these are the ones I have created, such as this one, number 1, URL. So what you want to do is you want to go there, and the user type in the name. It could be any name. It could be URL1, URL2, URL3, or your whatever name you want to give. Important thing is make sure the type. There are 4 types. One is text, boolean, integer, and credentials. So once you put the text for URL, because it's a URL string, you put the value for the URL, which is where you want to go. That is mail.yahoo.com, for example, and then you save it. Same thing with the credentials. You create one called, give a name, cred1 or credentials, whatever your name whatever name you want to give. Then the type is going to be credentials. That is very important. You want to define as a credentials, and then you want to type in the user ID and the password. And once you do that, you save it. After this is done in Orchestrator asset, you come out, go to the UiPath Studio. That can be easily log in through type in studio on your desktop, and then you just go UiPath Studio, call activity called get assets. So you go to activity, and then basically you go to get asset. There are 2 of them. One is get assets, so you pull like this and drag and drop. Then get assets, you want to define your properties, the name of your assets that you have defined in the Orchestrator, which is here URL, the one you have defined at Orchestrator, which is URL right here, and that same thing you give under the quotation, double quotation, and obviously you define the variable. Once you go here, same thing to save your credentials, so you just go get credentials, you come here, get credentials, properties, define the asset name that you have defined, which is cred1, because that one has your user ID and password both. And once you do that, you put here double quotation and you define your variables. Once you're done, that's it, and you ready to open the browser, which can be done by open apps browser activities. Activity. So you basically just go open browser, you drag and drop. In open browser, you want to define the URL name, which is your variable, and so open browser properties, define the type of the browser you want to use. You want to make the URL name, and obviously you have to define the URL name, your string variable. So once you've done that, you just go and run the file, and this will run the file and open the browser. As you see, it did open the browser. Thank you.